a nickel off of turning them bass. Never worry about the price of gas. I've been wheeling and dealing and sitting there in a man. Hunting, fishing, loving every day. That's the prayer that a country boy prays. Thank God he made me this way. Hunting, fishing, and loving every day. Early in the morning, late in the evening, I'm getting red dirt rich, the Flint River bait. Hunting, fishing, and loving every day.
Hey folks, thanks for tuning in again this week. Just down in the basement in the man cave here, doing some gun cleaning. It's off season, and also working on some of these videos that I'm posting. This week's episode we're going to be doing some deer hunting. The first hunt's back in 2015. It's a muzzleloader hunt that I did. It turns out pretty good. I liked it a lot. Hope you do too. The second hunt is a unusual deer. It's not the best footage, but I threw it in here because I like the freaky deers. Well, that's what I call a non-typical, unusual looking rack on a deer. You know, a lot of 10 pointers, 8 pointers, they're all running the same. I mean, you line 10 of them up and they're all pretty much identical. You get these freaky deers, they're unusual and they're a one-off. So that's why I threw that one in there. And then also I'm going to do some predator control on here. It's how I personally set up my snares for coyotes. You know, you can go out and you can hunt and you can call and do all that, and it's great. It gets rid of them, but you can only hunt so much. A snare is set up 24/7. It's ready to kill some of those coyotes for you. So I hope you enjoy this week's episode because they're coming at you. Meh.
good hit. Eating some breakfast. About 9:30. Just seen a couple of does over there. Kinda hungry. Been up since 4. We're gonna sit here in the nice sunshine, warm up a little bit, get some grub in our stomach. Probably stay in the stand till about 10:30 or so. Then we'll get down, go over there, see if we can't get some blood and drink it up. Stay tuned for more.
Okay, this is the last spot I found blood. I made a phone call, got my little brother out here. He's going to film me. Looked like a real good shot, so it shouldn't be too much further. A lot of good blood here, so we're going to go track it up. Yeah, so you can do the last blood. Straight out to the field. Got one right here. Right here. Right here. You shouldn't want to go up the hill. You should want to keep going. Here. There's one. Blood. More blood here. There. There. Here. Here, he jumped over this. Look right there. See him? Told you he didn't go far. He be dead. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 pointer. He's not real tall, but he's real thick. I've been having him on camera for a while now. He's a older deer. Wanted him out of the gene pool. Up here where I'm hunting, you're allowed 2 deers. So I'm still allowed 1 more buck yet. This is a good one to get out of the pool. Nice for the muzzleloader. Nice opening morning day, you know. Couldn't pass it up. Let's drag him up here, Zach, get him up in the field, and we'll show him out a little bit more. Alright, folks. We got him drug up out of the ditch here on the edge of the field. Wasn't that big of a ditch. Nice and easy drag. Easy for loading up. Drive the truck right up to him here. He's a nice buck. He's got 6 on one side and 5 on this side because he's got a nice sticker off his G2. He's an older buck. I had him on camera for a while now. He's just never going to be a real big scoring deer, real short tines. He's about 4.5. I've been watching him. Big body though on him. Lots of good meat. Opening morning, can't kind of pass him up. You're allowed 2 bucks here in northwestern Indiana where I'm hunting. We got an urban zone, so I still got one more buck tag to go through. Somebody else just shot one, but it was a fun morning. Hope you enjoyed watching. I'm Jim Taylor. Stay tuned. Alright, hi folks. Watching another episode of Realistic Hunting Adventures. We're going to show you how to bait for coyotes and how to snare coyotes. I'm going to show you right over here, which is where I use a down tree. This is a spot I've been using for past 10 years or so. It's right on a little fence line in a creek. The fence line I like because it already has metal smells. I don't wax snares or anything like that. I do wear gloves to try to cover up my scent, and wear my hunting boots, of course. But I'll show you what the set looks like. I've already baited it, probably 2 weeks ago or so, and the coyotes have hit it hard, and the crows and everything has kind of picked everything clean. So I got a bunch of new carcasses to put in here. To get meat scraps or whatever to bait for coyotes, you can pick up roadkills. Just make sure you get a roadkill permit for it. If you get caught picking up a roadkill and you're transporting it without any permits or anything, you can get trouble because they're going to say you killed it and you didn't tag it and so forth. So just get a roadkill permit, or do like I do. I'm a butcher. Go to a butcher and say, hey, can I have your excess carcasses, your excess bones and meat scraps? I'll come and pick it up, and you can pick them up and they'll give it away to you. That's what I do. It works the best. But I'll show you how we're going to do it here, and then I'll show you once I get it all set up, and hopefully in the next day or so we'll get a coyote. There's one that's running out here. It's got a lot of white. Legs are all white on it. Its head's white. Kind of cool. I've got red coyotes here before, so it looks like a red fox. But this is another way. We always try to tell people you can put in food crops. You can put in woods and stuff for your deer. You can put in mineral blocks. You can feed them the corn at into hunting season to keep them nice and healthy. But if you're not controlling your predator population, you're kind of shooting yourself in the foot. Every time they kill a deer fawn, that could have been your future 200-inch deer in 5 years, 6 years. It just hurts all the way around, and that's why up here in northwestern Indiana we don't have no pheasants no more. There's hardly any rabbits. Between all the predators and nobody wearing fur and nobody trapping anymore, they're just running wild. We do coon trapping out here too, to get rid of the coons. A lot of the times the farmers think the deers are tearing down the corn, and it's actually the coons. They'll walk the corn stalks up and rip them right down. But let's go show you what I got here. Alright. We gotta get it all flattened out here. See, there's one of my old carcasses. You can see the sun's there. That's a down tree. Like I said, this is like 10 years old, so I have to build it up quite a bit. But in here is where we're going to put the carcasses, and then out here is where we're going to put snares on the loops. So, how about that? This is guts and blood from a deer I shot. Those are the two bodies from a deer I shot off of this farm. So we're going to take this now and dump it in there. And then we can build it up. saved a little bit of the blood in there. So when I get done, I can sprinkle it around to cover up some of my scent. Even at that, it still probably take a day or so for my scent to wear down, for them to get brave enough to go in. Here's what we're using. This is a wired cable with a snare hook on it, or swivel. People call them different things. You just wire this end up. I wire it up to one of the big tree limbs, and then that loop sits there, and when it walks through and they pull on it, it chokes up on them and it won't release. I've snared them by their mouth before, midsection, but most of them are by the neck. So we got a couple of them, and this set here we'll probably put 3, and then the spares I usually hang up in a tree, so when I come and check it I already have some here. I'm going to continue to build this up, and I'm going to put 2 more snares on the back side. I'm going to pause it and I'll show you when I'm done. Alright folks, getting late in the evening. I'm going to go deer hunting. We got it all set up. We got 3 snares set up. Got it all bushed in. We'll leave it for a couple of days. I'll come back and check on it with some more bait. As soon as I get done filming here, I'm going to sprinkle that blood around. But hopefully next 2 days or 3 days, we'll have a couple of coyotes here to show you. Stay tuned for more. You're watching Realistic Hunting Adventures. Let's check it out. Alrighty. See that little hole? And now you can see the snare. And you can see the meat back in there. But from the outside, when you're looking at this, lower the tripod, it looks impenetrable, even though it's just barely stuck up there. And see, I got another hole there. See, thick, thick. Ooh, look, a hole. And you can see the meat back in there. And there's a snare there. You can see this side, and we piled it all up where you can't get in, but you can get in right there. One little hole there with a snare. There it is. When they walk through there, it'll go around their neck, and you hang a little bit of grass in front of it, so when they come in, they don't just see the wire, they see some grass and they try to push through it to get to the gut pile and all the meat. So that's our setup, and next couple of days here we'll come check it, and hopefully we'll have a coyote. That's how I bait and snare coyotes. You can put snares on fence lines and trails and stuff. A lot of times you end up trying to get other stuff. This is the most surefire, quickest, easiest way. But remember, always pre-bait them beforehand. Let them come in, eat, they feel comfortable, then put your snares up. I usually like leaving my snares there, just laying down, not set, so they do smell them a little bit. I usually do that on the 2nd week, and then like on the 3rd week I actually put them up, and then you got them. Stay tuned for more. Alright folks, as you can see, we got another dog, Coyote. This is our 3rd one this year that we trapped, and we shot a couple out hunting. I didn't get the other ones on film. You seen me set the trap up a little while back, and every time I came here I either didn't have the camera with me or the camera was dead, but you can see the bones all in the pile. You can see there was a bunch of other coyotes here. Come on up here, Zach. You can see all the bones. Here's the end result.
Didn't get it around the neck, got it around the belly by the back hip. But catch is a catch. So we got the old 22 trapper. We're gonna put her out. But that's a whole lot less fawns that will be eaten this year, and turkeys and all that. If you want a good deer population, you gotta manage these guys. So let's go ahead and get rid of her. And that's all she wrote. Looks like she's pretty much ruined that snare. Wow. She almost got out. That's all that was holding. There she is. Yep, female. That's even better. So now, that's a whole lot less baby coyotes this year. So we're gonna set this set back up. I actually got another deer, some more bones back in the freezer. So we'll get this one out of here, put some new fresh meat in here. Didn't tear it up too bad. They knocked it down over there a little bit in this here. So we'll just build this back up like you seen me before. We'll kill some more. But this is what you need to do to have a good population of deer, is trap and get rid of predators wherever you're at. Either mountain lion, whatever they are. Get rid of your predators because they eat your fawns. But stay tuned for more. You're watching Realistic Hunting Adventures.
Well, folks, today is November 19th. This is Sunday after opening morning, and I shot one last night. You can see it in the video. It was about 200 and change. There was a couple of sticks in the way, but it looked like I could pretty much get the bullet through. Reviewed the footage. Didn't look like a super good hit, but I knew I definitely hit him, and that was back over there. So this morning we went back hunting, didn't see nothing. We waited till midday, it's 1 o'clock, and we got down because I knew he came right over here, and there's a big hill here, there's a big hill over here, and I'm filming myself. Well, it's kind of hard to move a tripod around, and actually I had the tripod in the backpack put away, but he came right up here. I've seen a flicker of a deer move up in there. I backed up, looked, I could see it was a buck, put the gun up, I could see it was my buck. For some odd reason, he started walking at me. So once he cleared that oak tree right there, I shot. That's maybe 20 yards at that, probably like 15. He ran right here and fell dead. He was limping on his front shoulder, so I know it was definitely the buck I shot at last night. So I put one into him, he's down, and I'll grab my gun here and I'll show you. There he is, folks. Big 3 on this side, and then you can call him 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I call him a 10. That one's not quite an inch, but I count it. This is what I like.
A nice drop. He's an older deer. He was just going downhill and he's been injured. So we needed to take him out. You see last night I hit him, and then this morning we came in, found him, finished him off. Nice management buck. Get rid of. He's not a big trophy. He ain't gonna score nothing, but he's gonna look great on my wall. Remington 300 Ultra Mag strikes again. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord, for blessing me with another nice deer. He's not a big trophy, and I wish you would have seen the last shot, but you've seen the first shot, and now this is the next day. Stay tuned for more realistic hunting adventures.
Hey folks, well, as you just seen, I didn't get that kill shot on camera. I had the camera in my backpack, you know, looking for the blood the next day. If you watch that footage and if you can zoom in on it, I don't know if you have that capability, but I believe I just barely caught the front edge of that deer's shoulder. That deer most likely would have survived just fine. I just happened to get lucky enough to run back into him really close to the same spot where I just seen him run off. Because at that point I was out of blood. I only had a little bit of blood when he was in that field there. In fact, by the time he hit the edge of the woods there, I couldn't even find no more blood. I just seen where his tracks went up, and I was just starting to scour that area looking for him, hoping that I would see him laying there, you know, stoved up or something. But I had very little hopes of actually finding him. And sure enough, I ran into him coming back into that area. He was limping real bad on that front leg. After we skinned him, we realized that why his rack was messed up was because he got hit by a car probably, I don't know, a year or so beforehand, because it was all healed up. He had 4 broken ribs, a broken front leg, and his back leg, when we, you know, deboned him, I don't know if it like shattered, cracked it or something, but it was all, had scar tissue on the bone, you know, it's like gross all over it. So he got whacked pretty good. I don't know how he survived that, but just shows you deers are really tough. Soon I'm going to put together a little video of all the stuff as a butcher that I pull out of deers, the broadheads, the arrows, the broken legs, the sticks I found in them. Deers are unbelievably resilient. If you ever hit a deer and you shoot it and you, I mean, even took a leg off of it, yes, odds are it probably will die, but not necessarily. They're very tough, and I've seen them live from a lot. So I was just happy that I found them and got to shoot them again and finish them off. I'm sorry that I didn't get it on camera, but again, I'm a hunter first and a videographer second, so kind of bear with me on this, but hope you enjoyed it after all. If you did like these videos, hit the little like button down at the bottom and share it if you can. But I love bringing them to you. This is what my passion is, nothing but hunting and fishing. So stay tuned for more. We're probably going to be putting up my brown bear video, or I got a turkey hunt, or some other hunts if I can find them in the computer. Everything gets jumbled up in there, but coming weeks I'll be posting them. And always remember, God bless and keep hunting.